Good morning, ninjas. It's Thunder Pumper Tuesday. That's right, Thunder Pumper Tuesday, and we are here. Yeah, I know you guys have seen it before. And we're gonna take care of some shrubbery. That's what we're doing. We got sassafras right over there. He already started. So what he's doing, he's got the Husqvarna battery-powered hedge trimmers. Those are the ones that when babies are sleeping, your hedge game is strong, ninjas. I'll show those up close again just for some of you maybe who haven't seen them in the past, who are new to the channel. And I'm gonna get the steel pole saw and I'm gonna go ahead and tackle, if I could just get my phone to shush, that big one right over there, that corner one right there. And that's a pretty tall shrub there, bush. So we're gonna chop that up with the steel, I believe it's a 131R. I'll show it to you, of course, and I'll tackle that one. And then if I have to touch up this one right here, it's a bit taller, that Sassy might not be able to reach, so I'll do that as well. And then of course we're going to rake everything out, and we're lucky enough to be able to blow all the clippings and stuff just to the backwoods, which is what we did last time. So not a big deal, but looking forward to get this out of the way because there's a couple other things I want to get done today, including the HOA's townhomes. Okay, so we got to do a last cut on those. I haven't been able to get in that last cut just because it's just been raining. And then even after it rains, I always want to give it a day or two to dry off, because there's certain areas in those townhomes that the ground is really soft, so that way you know, I don't want no mower sinking or anything like that. But it always seems like it'll fall on the weekend, and the next week I try to knock out some of the yards I have in the early in the week, and then by the time I try to get to the townhomes, it is raining again. So they are calling for rain Thursday and Friday, and so Saturday is going to be too wet to do anything, and then Sunday we're off. So really we only have today and tomorrow. There is some stuff coming up Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, I'm not saying I'll make a video every day, but there's just some stuff coming up, so I will definitely record and show it to you, and you guys stay tuned for that. It's actually pretty exciting, and a lot of you are going to be surprised. So, but that's what we're doing right now. I want to go ahead and get that done. I'm also going to try to squeeze in and stop by the shed place today. If not today for some reason, then it'll be tomorrow. But I definitely want to stop by and get that ordered. I need to just go ahead and pay for it and get it ordered, and that way I want them to make me one. So it actually is not going to get delivered probably till mid-January, which is fine to me. I'm not in, you know, an emergency. You know, I'm not in a rush. It's not an emergency, but it is an emergency to go ahead and buy it and pay for it and get that out of the way, so that way I can get credited in this year's taxes. Okay, with all that being said, one of the things that I'm going to talk about today, besides just showing you what, you know, we do kind of like this, and I might show a little bit at townhomes, maybe like during or before or after, whatever. I don't usually try to record there much because it's really hectic, because it's in and out of those little common areas and things like that. But one of the things I really want to dedicate this video to is stand-on mowers, okay? Stand-on mowers are revolutionizing this industry. And I'm going to give you the pros. There's really not that many cons, but maybe a few, and some people might have more cons than others, I understand, but I'm really gonna speak to you ninjas about my personal experience on the stand-ons versus the sit-downs. I do believe the sit-down mowers are still good mowers, and I think they'll always be around. They do have a place and purpose, but at the same time, I do believe they're getting outdated by a lot of guys who are just, you know, you're mowing your regular weekly, bi-weekly yards. They're not tackling huge fields, you know, 10 acres, 5 acres, things like that. I have a 5-acre yard that I mow, and we perfectly are capable to getting it done with the stand-on mowers. But I understand some people don't want to stand that long, but in general, I think the stand-on mowers are revolutionizing this industry. They are changing the way people mow, and believe me, believe it or not, when I tell you this, you're gonna see more and more guys on YouTube, all right, lawn care guys or YouTubers, doesn't really matter, but believe me when I tell you this, you will see more people going towards the stand-on way. They are actually stepping away from the sit-down mowers. We're gonna get into that. I'll have Sassy tune in on it with us as well, just because from his point of view as well, because he's used them all summer with me, and it's revolutionizing this industry. Stand-on mowers in general. I don't care about the brand. You could go with the rinky-dinky X-Mark, the brand new one. That thing is rinky-dinky looking. It feels weird. Definitely not for tall guys. Maybe for some shorter guys, but you know, it's their first design, I believe, so I think they have a lot of work to do. But other than that, I don't really care about the brand. Now, if you have a Wright mower or a Wright dealer near you, you might want to check out the Wright mowers. And I only say that because I can only speak from experience of these mowers, right? I've only had the Wright stand-on mowers. It's not like I've gone through stand-on Toros, stand-on X-Mark, stand-on this, stand-on that. I only went with these, so I can only obviously you know, talk about these. So if you have a Wright dealer close to you, I suggest you try to check out a Wright mower, seriously. But regardless of the brand, I don't care. I think stand-on mowers in itself are revolutionizing this industry. So we'll talk about that, and I'll definitely dedicate this video to that. Thunder Bumper Tuesday! I haven't started this thing in probably 2-3 months, okay, roughly. And it's been cold, it's been raining, it sits out on the trailer. I do have these covers on, right here, okay? So these covers do, you know, protect it against rain and stuff like that. But I mean, it still gets pretty cold. But I'm curious to see how reliable steel really is. I'm pretty familiar how Echo is in cold temperatures because I've ran Echo for a long time. I didn't really get too many things of steel as I would have liked this year. But I did get 2 pieces of equipment, and I told you I'd be getting some stuff that's steel. And so one of it being this, and one of it being the blower, which is the 700. Okay. So let's see how this works. This probably could use some greasing, even though I do keep this part in the truck, but I know we've used it and I haven't greased it in a while. But besides the point, I'm curious to see how it starts. Last time I had issues with this, a lot of you pointed out that it needs to go down lower, and you were correct. So sometimes you got to play with it, wiggle it, so to say. Like that. So I'm just wondering how it's going to do in this cold for all these last 2 months or so, or how it's going to start. So you want to prime it, of course, at least 6 to 10 times roughly. Choke it. And here we go. No way. No way. I'm actually really impressed. That's crazy. Wow. Now I know why a lot of steel guys who are really diehard steel fans, what you guys are talking about. This makes total sense. Like, I seriously have not started this thing in a few months. And as you can see, it's not even really grown. It's a little, what's the word?
Scruffy.
I was gonna say scribbly, scrumbly, scruffy.
You just made that up.
Yeah, I did. I did make that up. And so I always like to do like one last final cut just to kind of clean it up. I told Sassy to walk around just all the way in the front, walk around on both sides with the weed eater, just in case some areas might look at you. You haven't grabbed the weed eater in months.
No, just walk down through there. If you see something, we'd eat it. And I'm thinking, so there's 30 minutes while I'm on the clock getting paid, just taking a little slow walk. 30 more minutes getting paid on a slow walk. Clock sucking.
Yeah. So, you know, Sassy, earlier I was doing a little demo on the steel, just doing a cold start ordeal. And, you know, telling them that it hasn't been started in months, as you know, because literally just sitting there, we haven't used it the last couple of months, and it's just been cold and rain, and I know you didn't watch it, but it pulled on the first start.
Well,
I should say it started on the first pull. So let's see.
Gotta have some fuel.
What's the names? What is the name to that one?
Oh, this is Marilyn.
Marilyn.
Yeah, that one's Maggie.
Maggie.
Maggie's new.
Maggie is new. You could just tell. Yep. All right. Let's try not to spill some gas here. Let's see how Sassy does, because he always spills gas.
See, that's how you get a Christmas bonus right there. You get to keep that gas in the can. All right.
So I did it about 6-7 times.
3, 4, 5.
Choked it.
6.
Yep. And then let's see if it is that is it okay? All right. Nope. Well. So third try. 1 and then 2.
Oh yeah, you feel that power?
Okay. Cleaned up really nice, didn't it, Sass?
Oh yeah, it looked beautiful.
Look beautiful, kind of like
sitting on it.
Yeah, kind of like me. So it's a wrap. I'm calling it a day. It's again 4:30, and keep in mind we don't have a lot of daylight left. So tomorrow it'll be one more solid day, and then we're off, because literally the rest of the week is rain. But before we get into the rest of the stuff, man, I thought you were about to hit me.
I don't think I've ever been to police academy.
One of the Sass, what do you think about these right standards? I was telling them earlier how it's changing this industry.
It is. It's the difference between a push mower and a riding mower for me, but you got a better analogy than I have.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, I said it's like a push mower compared to a sit down zero turn and a stand on mower. They're both zero turns, but the difference between them is kind of like having a push mower, just a push mower, and then a push mower that's a self-propel. Because a huge advantage on things, and that was just an example, Sass, but would you say, now you've had some prior experience with sit-down mowers, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is your number one thing that you would say that is a plus or a pro compared to a sit-down mower on a stand-on?
That's easy. I can see better.
So the visual, okay. Anything else?
I can blow off.
That's true. You see that right away. So you've got better visibility, and now you're able to do another part of the job that is required, which is blowing off. But you could do it if it's a bigger property, riding around.
Mm-hmm. Or if it's an uphill property, you can drive up that hill instead of walking in 99-degree weather up that hill. Very
true. So those are just like some of this. I was telling them that the stand-on mowers are literally transforming this business, and I think they are. I think the sit-down mowers I mentioned earlier, you know, they have its place in this industry, but I think they're getting to the point where it's getting outdated, in my opinion, when it comes to your daily, regular maintenance mowing yards. Now, of course, you know, the sit-downs will always come in handy when you've got massive, you know, acreage of mowing and things like that. I just think the way that the sit-down mowers are designed is all the weight is in the back where the engine is, and you can't really take it on too many hills. Maybe just some, but not like a severe hill like Hamburger Hill, for example. And you know, the way I don't know about the other stand-ons, but I say in general, any brand, is changing this industry. But the rights in particular I can talk about because I have them. I've got to experience them this whole season. The way they have them designed, I don't know if the other mowers are like this or not, but when you drop the deck, the engine drops down with the deck, which means it provides more weight to the deck, holding that ground better, which gives you better traction on hills, and you're able to tackle on any hills like crazy.
Mm-hmm. But you know, a lot of people say it ain't got no seat on it, so they don't want to be on it. I know several people say it ain't got no seat, I ain't riding on it.
So that's another thing. A lot of people, and I was one of them, I'm not gonna lie, I was not closed-minded, but I was definitely a little like, because a lot of people are like, man, it's a stand-on. I don't want to stand 10 hours a day or, you know, 10 hours out here in the field mowing. I just don't want to stand all day. It's actually not what people think, is it?
It's leaning. You're not even standing. You're leaning on it, and it's got all that absorption at the bottom. If you can lean against the counter at the Pizza Hut, you can lean on that mower.
I don't think I will ever fully go back to a sit-down mower. Will I ever own one? I've said this before, probably. Excuse me, this dust. Probably. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I will never own a sit-down mower. I might get one down the road where it's just a backup or whatever, but as far as my main mower, no. What else?
There we go. That's about where YouTube puts an ad. I want to just kind of break that up a little bit and freeze.
All right. So that's real. Anything else on the stand-ons versus sit-downs that I'm not maybe thinking of? Speed. I mean, they're both about, you know, they're all around 12, 13 miles an hour roughly, you know, maybe some a little slower, some a little faster.
But because your visibility's down on the sit-down mower, you can't go as fast because you got to kind of be a little more careful.
That is true. Very true. So your speed is roughly the same, but you can't go to the full capacity unless you're just in an open field and you're familiar with the yard. But, you know, you can't go as fast on a sit-down because you got to keep an eye and you can't see everything. When you're standing, guys, you are standing above the mower itself, above the engine. You have all this visibility and you can literally see everything. And it's really weird how it's designed, which is amazing. But the way your controls are and the way you control the machine, I feel like it's part of my body.
Oh yeah, and you're not going like this anymore.
Yeah.
You're just going like this.
Is that it?
No.
Okay.
What kind of headphones are these?
Those are the Project Rock headphones, which is by The Rock himself, of course, but the company that he's going through is Under Armour.
Because it seems like there might be a difference between a normal bull and a Brahma bull. So, you know, I saw where somebody said that was Texas Longhorns.
Yeah.
Listen to me. There's a difference between a Longhorn and a Brahma bull. And if you're standing in the field with them, or you're on the back of them, you will know instantly.
Why don't you go ahead and now tell us a little bit about these, what you think at least.
Oh, those are amazing.
You like them?
Oh, yeah.
So guys, these I have shown you before. I mean, you've seen them even on yesterday's video, but I've even shared them on Instagram when I got them. They're Bluetooth, wireless, of course. They can be wired if I ever don't charge the batteries or something, I guess. Or, yeah, I mean, they can be wired. But they're awesome. You can actually talk on the phone, Sassy, while you're mowing, while you're walking around blowing off. And the noise reduction on these is phenomenal because when they're playing and you put them on your ears, you can't hear me. All right, so one of the things that I've had issues with these new Echo blowers is they're super loud. Now, they're very powerful, but they're louder than your average blower that I've ever owned before, even the old 770s. With these, they don't bother me.
You could stream some disco music through them and just
And obviously these are really, you can clean this, guys, right here, but when you sweat in them, especially in the middle of summer, so my true review of these is going to be in the summer, but you're supposed to be able to just squeeze all the sweat out and it's not going to affect it at all, and you can actually take these caps off and wash them. So that's it. Oh, Nature Minute with Sassy.
You know, I'm glad you brought that
up. All right,
up.
what you got this time?
Forget it there for a minute.
No. How do I forget? I'll never forget. Go ahead.
Did you know chimpanzees like to drink?
Chimpanzees like to drink?
Oh yes, they love to get drunk. They actually drink a fermented berry, and they get drunk.
What?
In the jungle. Yes, they do.
No, I didn't. They actually get drunk. What is it again? What do they drink?
Chimpanzees. Oh, a fermented berry. They find them, they gather them, you know, and then they just.
So it's like a berry?
Yeah.
Like a fruit?
Monkeys just hanging out in the jungle getting drunk. People think they're doing something special. That's why Jane Goodall spent so much time with them gorillas, I bet.
Whoa, and so like they stay drunk, or is it just
No, they just get drunk randomly.
Randomly. On that particular fruit.
I guess it gets kind of boring out there in the jungle. But you know, while I'm at it,
okay,
I have a little something for the comments section tomorrow.
All right.
A zebra's stripes are not used for camouflage. So I'd like to see if anybody out there in YouTube land can tell me what they're for.
So what you're asking the YouTubians over here is to let us know in the comment section of what the zebra stripes are for. Interesting. All right. Let us know in the comment section. I wonder how many people will get it right.
Oh, I don't know. I know a few will.
How many will actually look it up?
Oh, loyal ninjas will always look it up.
Well, yeah.
Especially if they're first, second, fifth. I love that.
You know what I'm going to do in the future, man? I'm going to actually... is this something you're going to continue now, questioning these ninjas?
Sure.
Okay. I'll make it a little more interesting. I won't do it on this one because I want to see the outcome of it, okay, to see how many people will actually participate. But if you're going to ask these type of questions and have people looking things, you're giving the ninjas homework.
Well, if you're a ninja, you're part of the team. It's not just the two guys in the truck. It's all ninjas everywhere.
That is true. That is true. So I'm going to take it the next step up. If you're going to continue to ask these ninjas this, so every time, every so many videos, whoever participates, I'm gonna pick like the first 5 or 10 people or 20 people, you know, something like that in that number. I have, you know, I obviously you just brought this up, so this is still fresh. So let's just see how it all turns out in today's video. But out of those 20 people, 10 people that I pick, then I'm gonna pull a name out of those 10, 20 people and $25 gift card.
Ooh.
Yep.
Well, now I may comment myself. I've had enough cheddar on my cracker this week. I think I'll be okay.
So I say maybe, you never know what day it's going to be. It could be Pump Monday, Thunder Pumper Tuesday, Wacky Wednesday, whichever day I pick. But at the end of the week, I'm going to pick a day, and I'm going to pick about 20 people who participate truly. And then out of those 20, I'm going to, you know, write them down, put them in a jar, pull the name, and then $25 gift card. That's it.
That's it.
All right. Good day.
Good day.
See you, ninjas.
Thunder Pumper Tuesday.
What was it? What was it?
Thunder Pumper Tuesday.
See you, ninjas. Peace.